Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese, and this is my preview video of a few announcements by McFarlane Toys that have come up over the last few weeks, and that would be Series 7.5, which is basically some Flashback figures, and also there's been some hints at what lineup is in Series 8. One has already been announced, and that's Dale. And there's also a very obvious hint at who the 10-inch figure will be. And there's also the voting for Series 9. They have a fan vote, and you pick from their list, and I'll tell you who's on the list if you haven't seen it already, and who's currently in the lead and everything. So I'm going to talk about them few things, and yeah, I need to do an updated Series 7 thing. It's almost pointless now because it looks like Series 7 is going to be out any time, but I never did go over the actual pictures of the figures. I just did the preview of the scans, and now the flashback figures of Herschel and Rick have been announced for that, so I should do that video. But they're not going to be in this one. Okay, so I guess the first thing we'll talk about is Series 7.5. So far for Series 7.5, they have shown a Rick Grimes. It's basically a repainted version of the Series 6 Rick Grimes, and he comes with a phone. His crazy phone, and there's a Flu Walker, which has a new head, but the body's basically a repainted Glenn. And there's also a new Daryl, and that's like the flu Daryl, where he's got the mask up so he doesn't get the flu that everybody's getting in Season 4. And he comes with a shovel and some gloves for burying people. Oh, and I just want to point out that if you collect the Walking Dead figures and you're not part of the Walking Dead Active Figure and Memorabilia page on Facebook, you should really join, because the day this stuff is announced, like McFarlane announces something on Twitter or Facebook or anywhere, it's on that page. So every time I find out about a figure, I first find out about it on that page. It just, as soon as it's announced, it's up there and I see it. So join there if you want to know the news before everybody else. Well, almost everybody else. People who posted it knew first, but heck, hell, even Todd McFarlane himself joined the page. He never says anything on it, but he did join it, so he must be watching to see what people say. So, look at the new Rick first. It looks like he comes with sort of like an M16 type assault rifle. Comes with a handgun. I don't see his revolver though. And yeah, the telephone there is a pretty cool accessory. You can pose him having crazy talks with dead people, whatever you want to do. And I do like the shirt, because that's one of the shirts I really liked. And also Zombie Cat, I think, even picked that as one of her runner-ups, sort of, to have the Rick in this shirt. I don't know, I just like this version. It's just a repaint, but it's pretty cool. I like it. And we're also getting this Flu Walker. The description just basically says it's a Flu Walker. It doesn't say it's any specific one. And I don't think it's supposed to be. I don't think it's that kid, whatever his name is. They look like Harry Potter. He was Carl's friend in like the first episode. I don't think that's him. I don't think that's anybody in particular. That's just some Flu Walker. And that's his name, Flu Walker, on the package. And you can see that his eyes look like they're bleeding, kind of like they did in the show. And it's cool. Even though they're using Glenn's body, it's still, it doesn't really look that much like just a reused figure. Because, you know, they painted it different. And I don't know, I just like it. It's a cool little repaint. And it isn't really considered part of the main series. It's just basically a flashback type figure. And we also got the Daryl wearing the bandana around his face so he doesn't get the flu. And you got his gloves on for digging so he can bury bodies. And it looks like the rest of his body is exactly the same other than that. But it's still just a cool little variant. Not a whole lot different, but yeah, I like it. So basically that's all that's been announced for Series 7.5, and that's probably all that's going to be. Who knows, maybe they might announce some more, but that'll probably come out around the time of Series 8, I think, because 6.5, I think, is what the Flashback Herschel and the Flashback Rick in his police uniform, I think they're coming out about the same time as Series 7, and they're called Series 6.5, so 7.5, I'd imagine, would come out around the time of 8. And since we're talking about 8, I'll move on to 8. Now, McFarlane has been getting everybody excited about the Toy Fair that's coming up soon. They've been giving hints on upcoming figures that they're going to show off at the show, or at least announce at the show. And this is one of the hints for Series 8. They already announced Dale,
And pretty sure each accessory here is for a separate character, and Dale's would be the binoculars. And you just kind of have to guess on some of the other ones. I also first seen this picture on the Walking Dead memorabilia page, and some people had some guesses on there as to what they were. Okay, the first one looks like an AK-47, and I'm really not sure who that's supposed to be. I know Carol used one. I think Shumpert had one, but I really doubt it's Shumpert. So it's, I don't know, there's probably been several characters that have used an AK-47, so it's just hard to tell who that is. The second one is a riot gear helmet, and at first I couldn't tell what the hell it was, but someone on that page posted and said that's a helmet, and yeah, now I see it. It definitely looks like a riot gear helmet. And that could also be multiple people. It could be Eugene. Because Eugene wasn't in the picks that people were supposed to vote on, so that makes it seem like they might be making him. But I don't think he actually had a riot gear helmet. He did have riot gear armor on, just I don't think he had the helmet. But it still could be him. That could be what that's there for. It could also be riot gear Glenn or riot gear Maggie. It's really hard to tell, but I'm hoping it's Eugene. The third one is obviously Donatello from the Ninja Turtles. He comes with a bow staff, and that means he's going to appear in probably the second half of season 5 to see if the Ninja Turtles come in. But actually, this would be Morgan's staff, I would assume. So I guess when they make Morgan, it's going to be probably how he looked in them few scenes that he was in recently. I guess, and that's what look they're going to go with. Hopefully he still looks like that when he catches up with the group, so when the figure comes out, he won't be outdated already. And like I said, the binoculars must be Dale. The third one is a machete, and I'm guessing it's probably the red-handled machete. So maybe that'll be Rick with, like, I don't know how he looked during those episodes where he had the red machete. Like maybe either in that t-shirt or with his jacket on. Probably more of a beard than before. So that'd be cool. But there have been other characters with machetes, so it could possibly be someone else. But my guess is another Rick. And the last one looks a lot like the rifle that Carol used when she saved the group from Terminus. So that's probably going to be Carol in their muddy, bloody zombie disguise in her poncho. So that's my guesses, and well, actually some of my guesses are based on other people's guesses, because I could not tell what that thing was. I don't know why I couldn't tell. Now that I know it's a helmet, all I can see is a helmet, but first I didn't know what the hell that thing was. But yeah, that's my guesses on who those people will be. It should be announced very, very shortly, though. And here's another preview picture they gave. It's the next Walking Dead Deluxe 10-inch figure. And, who has a katana? This is the one that makes me really happy. I really, really, really wanted Michonne to be the next one. And it looks like it's going to be Michonne. Now, they could be trying to throw you off, making this so obvious, because who else would it be but Michonne? But if they're trying to throw you off, it could be the governor, because he had the katana for a little while, cut off Herschel's head. But I doubt it. I don't think they're trying to throw you off. I'm pretty sure this is going to be Michonne for the 10-inch figure. And that's awesome. That's the one I definitely wanted the most. After that, I'm just like, well, I could take a governor, I could take a Glenn, and Maggie, Carol, but definitely wanted a Michonne first. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is Series 9. In case you didn't know already, they're having a fan vote, which, as I'm recording this video, is still there, and you can still vote on it. And you can only pick from certain characters. Some characters are strangely absent, and I think that's just because they're already planned to be made, like Dale. Dale's not on the list. Morgan's not on the list. Eugene, like I said, he might be the riot gear helmet. So that might be why he's not on the list. Or he's not on the list because they just don't want to make a Eugene. That's possible, but I don't think that's what's going on here. But the list they have is Rosita, Beth, Lori, Sasha, Tara, Noah, Martinez, Father Gabriel, and T-Dog. You can vote more than once, because I have. The ones that I voted for were, first would be Beth. Just because they already have Maggie and they already have Herschel. I just kind of want Beth to go along with them. And another time I voted for Sasha, just because he's one of the main characters right now. And Rosita, who's another main character right now. But I know a lot of people really want the old ones that they skipped, like Lori and T-Dog. And I get that. That's cool. I do want them too. It's just, I'm more excited about the ones that are now. Because I'd rather have, like, say, Rosita now, and instead of her figure coming out when he's already dead. Because it just kind of sucks that Dell's coming out and he's been dead forever. It just kind of bothers me. It's like, this guy's already dead. Because, I don't know, I like getting the figures of the characters that are already there and alive. It's just, I like that better. I still want them to go back and make the old ones if they're doing it. It's awesome. I'm glad they're doing that, but that's just me. I just more excited about the ones that are still alive. But I am also really excited that they are making the old ones, because I didn't think they were going to do that, and now they're doing it. I'm also not sure if this is just for one character. Like, they're going to pick the most voted on character, and that's going to be one of the ones from Series 9. Or maybe almost all of Series 9 is going to be based on, like, the top 5 or 6 picks. But the top one who's in the lead right now is Beth. She's winning at 39%. In second place would be Lori. She's at 38%. And then that's the two that are really in the lead. So it's just down to Beth and Lori. But coming up third would be Rosita. She's way down at 11%. Not much competition for third place right now. And then it drops all the way down to a three-way tie for 4%, which is Sasha, Tara, and T-Dog. And then after that, it drops down to 0%. They still have some votes, just not very many. And that would be Noah, Martinez, and Father Gabriel. And that's I kind of expect them to all be that low, because Noah is very, very new, hasn't done anything yet. And Martinez was sort of like a medium character. He just wasn't in it a whole lot. And Father Gabriel is also really new, and he's kind of a coward, and yeah, I can see why he'd be low. But it looks like Beth's going to win. Maybe Lori will come out on top. But either way, it'd be cool to get them figures. I'm really happy about this vote they're doing. I mean, they're really, really listening to fans now. And I don't know, I just think it's awesome. I'm not sure when this voting ends. It might end when they go to Toy Fair and they might announce the winner. Or who knows, they might keep this up for a really long time. But if they're not just picking one, they could be picking the top 4 and 4 or 5 or 6, and that'd be cool if the lineup was like Lori, Beth, Rosita, Sasha, Tara, T-Dog. That'd be a pretty cool lineup. And if you want to go do the vote yourself, go to, I don't know, the way I went to it, I went on to McFarlane Toys' page on Facebook. And if you scroll down, you can find it there. And I would assume this is probably also on, you can probably find this on McFarlaneToys.com, or maybe the Walking Dead AMC site probably has it as well. Maybe I'll just put a link in the info for you if you can't find it. Also, you should check out the Walking Dead memorabilia page, because it's really awesome. I'll put a link in the info too. Well, I'm not going to really go over it here, but they also are going to announce some more of the building sets, or show more about them. They already announced some, like they're making Dell's RV as a building set, and a few other areas. So that's really cool.
Well, like I said, I'm going to try and do an updated Series 7 preview. I mean, they're already out in Hong Kong, so that means they're going to be out here very soon. So it's almost pointless to do it, but I just never did it. So, I might put that video up if I have time. And, yeah. Well, thanks for watching, and goodbye.
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh.